Welcome to From Soup to Tomatoes. This is DVD number 2 for this week. So welcome. My name is Renee. I'm a registered nurse, certified personal trainer, older adult training specialist, and certified yoga instructor. So as we started before, this is the basic class. We want to begin with our posture. We really focused on the shoulder blades last time, so rolling the shoulders back, checking out where the hands are in terms of knuckles. So if they're here, you're likely in a banana shape. If the sides of the hands are apparent, you're more likely to be standing tall in a correct posture. So we'll begin here. We're going to march it out. So we want our feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, smiling if possible. Workouts always go better if you have fun with them. So make sure you have a good time. You're able to smile and breathe deeply throughout the workout. We want to stand tall. That encourages us to smile and to feel good. So again, we talked last time about posture and the importance of posture. So today, not only are we going to focus on the shoulder blades, we're also going to focus on the pelvis, setting the pelvis, taking that point home. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But before we get there, let's work on our shoulder exercises. So as we march here, 2 to 5 minutes a day is recommended. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down and back. And 2 to 5 minutes is just the beginning, right? You can walk for much longer if you like. But when we're first starting to exercise, let's say you've gotten to a state where you're a little bit sedentary, then you might want to start with 2 to 5 minute intervals, just to begin with. So this is an Arthritis Society exercise. We want to reach up and exhale, roll the shoulder blades down and back. It's beautiful, right? Reach up, shoulder blades down and back. Fantastic. 2 more. And remember, we'll be repeating a very similar exercise later. So if this is really super hard, you want to think about doing it just with your own body weight, okay? Not adding the weights quite yet. Fantastic. And then forward. So you want to aim to get the elbows forward, but if they won't go there today, that's all right. We want to love our bodies, accept them as they are, right? I can assure you in 20 years, you're going to wish you had loved your body just the way it is today. So do so. Good. 3 more, loving each one. Bringing it forward, shoulders back, chest out. Remember, you can do the whole workout seated. And I'll show you some of the exercise variations seated, but the marching would be the same, right? You just do the marches, doing the stretches, same thing. So we're going to stay here. We're going to plant our feet. We're going to sit up nice and tall, or back if we need a little bit of support. With our nice tall spine, we're going to take the leg out to the side and back. So standing, the same. Kind of practiced this last time. Yes? Lifting and lowering, soft on the leg we're standing on, and tall in our bodies. So we don't want to tilt over. We take it out of the leg. We do not want to turn our toe up if we can help it. We want to lift and lower. Now if we really want to feel it, and I want us all to feel it, we're going to hold it, feel it, and then let it down. Yeah, now you know, right? No weight needed, just you. Woo! That's a beautiful leg, right? 3 more. Lift and lower. Good job. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift and lower. So now we're going to get over on the other side of the chair. For the sake of the position I'm using, I'm just going to change my chair over. But soft on the leg we're standing on, lifting and lowering. And remember, we make it harder by holding it, pressing it, and lowering it slowly. So you can lift a little swifter, but lower slowly. Good job. So enjoy these. Good job breathing, lifting, enjoying 5 more, standing or seated. 4 more, 4 more. And don't think for a moment doing it seated isn't challenging, because it totally is. 3 more, enjoying each and every one. 2 more. Press through the heel. 1 more. So good. So the next one we're going to do is called the Tai Chi move. It's really a hip loosening exercise. So if we're doing it seated, we're going to step 1 foot slightly forward, just to say, the other foot out to the side at a 45-degree angle. We bring our chest gently towards this leg and then turn gently towards that leg. That's as much as you can do if you're seated. So this exercise is really meant to be standing. So if we're standing with our feet hip width apart, we take 1 foot forward to the 12 o'clock mark. We take the other foot to the 45-degree mark. But you may have to adjust. So you go forward with your hip, and then back, turn the hip, and go forward. So now I look at my thigh and my toes, and I make sure of my alignment. I don't want to be way past my toes or anything like that. I want to stay within the foot. So now pretend like you're carrying a big box of heavy stuff. And you don't want to spill the stuff, so you hold it close as you put it down the shelf. You grab it from the shelf, put it down on the front shelf. So it's a swiveling of the hips, see? And that's going to help the hamstrings. Good. So it's a Tai Chi move they found in science to be really, really good for people in their hips, and they do it into their old age. Very good for all of us. Fantastic. Now the other side. So let's begin with the center. We step 1 foot forward, like 12 o'clock. The other foot at like 3 o'clock, 45-degree angle. Hips come forward. Knee could go up to midfoot. Coming back. Turning here. So it could be little. Doesn't even have to be big. It's in fact better if you can keep it really comfortable. 1 leg is straight. 1 leg is bent. Like you're carrying a heavy, fragile box. You want to put it on one shelf, turn, slide in, put it on the other shelf, bring it back. Shelf, bring it back, right? But then you can be a little smoother with it. It looks more like Tai Chi. Good. Yeah. Feels good, right? Woo! 1 more. Fantastic. Good job, good job. So today we're going to work on a little harder moves, but we're going to do the toe taps 1 more time before we really get into it. So toe taps first. But today was going to be special. Last time we worked on very basic moves. We're going to combine 2 of those moves to just jazz things up and make them that more fun. Same moves, just combos, which are really good for us. So start with toe taps. We're going to go 1.5 minutes this time with the stretches. So stretching out, stretching up, stretching forward. Do it like you love it. Stretch out, stretch up, stretch forward. All super good for us. Stretch out, stretch up, stretch forward. Big deep breaths. Lift those toes. You're listening to your favorite song and your toes won't stop tapping. So keep them tapping. Woo! Good, 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Where are we going to take it? Are we going to reach a little higher? Are we going to reach forward? Fantastic. Set the shoulder. Reach out. Set those shoulders. Reach up. Set the shoulder. Reach forward. Set the shoulder. Again, 1 more time. Reaching out. Set. Reaching up. Set. Reaching out to the front. Set. Fantastic. That was 1.5 minutes this time. 30 seconds more than last time. So 2 options. 2 feet on our toes and back down. Toes, perhaps you can let go or just hold on, but very little. Make sure your chair is safe because there are not too many chair repairmen. So you want to make sure that your own chair is quite safe. Now you can keep that going or lift 1 foot, big toe leading the way into Captain Morgan position. and 4 on that leg. Good. 2 more. Or keep both legs down. 1 more. Fantastic. And switch. So remember, when you're doing just one leg, twice the amount of resistance. 1. Big toe leading. 2. Enjoying 3. And then 1 more. 4. Fantastic. So before we get to the fantastic part of the workout, we're going to start with our push-ups because we need to work our chest. So work on refining the push-ups. This is your line. So not here, in the center where the chest is. So we begin against the wall. Our body is like a plank. Not a mushy plank, a hard, straight plank. So we start with squeezing our bums. Pressing our heels in, shoulders back, chest out, big deep breath against the wall, exhale up. Big deep breath against the wall, squeezing the shoulder blades, exhale up. I'm going to show 1 more, but if you're doing this variation, keep going, 7 more. If you're seated, you're going to do exactly the same, but a seated version. Exhale, inhale. The breathing is opposite though. Exhale. Inhale. 5 more. Exhale. Inhale. Good job. Inhale. 3 more. If you're doing them seated, squeeze your body with your arms. Press up, weight your hands, back to tall, back to a sphinx pose. So here we go. Pressing up. Big deep breaths. 1 more. Woo! Good job, good job. All right, so now we're gonna grab the dumbbells. We'll do a little test today. You can see if you're using the right size dumbbells. So in the basic class, we do 10 repetitions. We begin with our chair squat because we wanna use big muscles. So shoulders back, chest out, feet pressing in here or here, depending on your knees. So I'm going to choose here. I'm going to press into both feet. I'm going to come up, squeeze my bum, and then curl my hands in. So let's do that again. Shoulders back, chest out, have a seat. Come up, squeeze the bum, pull the shoulders back, bicep curl. So that's our combination move. We're doing both a squat and a curl. So multi-muscle body weight or resistance exercise is what's now recommended. So squeeze that butt, pull the abs in, curl it like you mean it, and then lower it down slowly. Fantastic, fantastic. Press into both feet. Squeeze up, shoulders back, chest out, bum, squeeze, curl, and release. Release it. So slow, so fantastic. Halfway with the next one. Pressing into both feet, squeezing our bums up, shoulders back, chest out, we curl it, and we release it. Is that great or what? 5 more, 5 more. Pressing into both feet, knees over ankles, squeeze the bum, abs in, curl, and lower down slowly. 4 more. Big deep breath. So another option, if today is not a good day for squats, you could stay seated. You could squeeze your bum and do the curls. That would be fantastic. You could have the legs together and squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the bum, and do the curl. All of these options available to all of us. 1 more to go. 1 more. Big deep breath. Press into both feet. Squeeze the bum. Curl. Fantastic. Woo! 1 more. 1 more. Up. Shoulders back. Chest out. Squeeze. That is fantastic. Good job. Good job. So I'm just going to stand on the side of my chair for now. I'm going to do upright row. So we're going to do 1 at a time for 5 and then both for 5. So shoulders back, chest out, feet hip width apart, knees soft, squeezing our bum, pulling our abs in, chin in. We lift our elbow, squeeze our back, and then release down. lift, and squeeze. Let's notice what it feels like in each arm individually. Lift, squeeze. That's it, that's it. Lift, squeeze. Squeeze the upper back. So we're at 3 already. Big deep breath, squeeze. Pull the abs in, squeeze the bum, squeeze the upper back. Upright row. Number 4 here. Number 4. Where are we feeling it? Number 5, halfway. Woo! So good, so good. All right, now both of them. So shoulders back, chest out, realign, only 5 to go. In, back, squeeze, and release slowly. Let's do it again. Squeezing our butt, shoulders back, chest out, lift, squeeze, and release slowly, slowly, slowly. 3 more. Shoulders back, chest out, lift, squeeze, and release slowly. What did I say, 2 more? Let's go with that. 2 more. Shoulders back, chest out, lift, squeeze. Getting an extra in there now and again, just a fantastic idea. 1 more, 1 more. Lift, squeeze. Woo! Fantastic. All right. So I'm going to save the bent over row for last. What we're going to do is this one here. So shoulder press, palms facing us. So if you want to sit to do this one, otherwise you're going to squeeze your bum, pull your abs in, press it up, bring the elbows back down so the wrists are sitting on top of the elbows. Shoulders are back, chest is up, press up. Woo! That's pretty fantastic already, yes? Press up. These are probably the hardest ones in the whole thing. Huh? That's good though. You know, many people over 65 cannot raise 10 pounds over their head, like 70% of people. And I'm not just talking women here, I'm talking men as well. So press that up, press it up, 5 more. Woo! If it's uncomfortable here, perfect. If it's too much that you can't lift it, drop the weights, do it with your body. If it's so easy that you're thinking, I could do this all day, then grab some heavier weights, right? That's kind of how you know. 2 more, 2 more. Right now you should be thinking, this is hard. What is this lady thinking? That's perfect. 1 more. Woo, right here, this is the strength. Right here, it's happening. Good. All right, next one is seated. I'm going to show on the first round, I'm going to show it seated. Second round, I'm going to give you a second option. But because it's an important move and it really requires a neutral spine, we're going to use our bodies to keep it neutral at first. So we're going to sit with our feet planted, knees over ankles. We're going to keep our arm tight to our rib cage. So when we bend forward, see my neutral spine? It means it's straight. I'm going to tuck my chin in. I'm going to pull my elbow in and kick the weight back, triceps. I'm going to squeeze against my rib cage and then lower it down. 2 rows, 1 kickback. Here we go again. Set the shoulder. Roll the elbow in, tight to the rib cage. Kick it out. Bring it back tight to the rib cage. Squeeze it, and then release it. Set the shoulder. Roll the elbow up, squeeze it. Don't leave it till you squeeze it. Kick it back. Squeeze it again. Release it down. Now make your face smile or be happy. We're going to do 6 more. Lift, squeeze, kick back, back to squeeze, back down. 5 more, enjoy it, okay? Because this is fantastic. Row, kick back, row, and down. 4 more, loving each one. Row, kick back, back to the squeeze, back down. 3 more. Row, kick back, back to squeeze, back down. 2 more, feel it. Squeeze it, kick it back, back to squeeze, back down. 1 more, savor, feel, squeeze, kick back, back to squeeze, back down. Come up nice and tall. Use this arm to propel yourself back up in a neutral position. Other side. And now that we really know what we're doing, we can super enjoy it, right? We're gonna savor each one, yes? Perfect. Elbow in, tight to your rib cage, supporting your neutral spine, which means as straight as possible. Tuck the chin in. Roll the elbow up. Squeeze it against that beautiful body. Kick it back. Back to the squeeze and down. Shoulders back, chest out, row. Squeeze, tricep, back and down. Again, row, kick back, back to row and down. Realign, row, kick back, back to row and down. We're at 5 now, so let's feel it. Row it, squeeze it, kick it back to row, back down. 4 more. Row it like you mean it. Kick it back, love it. Back to row, back down. Keep your alignment. 3 more. Row, kick back to row, back down. 2 more, 2 more. Bring it home. Row, kick it, love it. Back to row, back down. 1 more. Row, kick back to row, back down. Good job, good job. Come up nice and tall. Drop the weight. Take a drink. In fact, anytime during the soup to tomatoes classes, take a break if you need one. Take a break, take a drink, tie your shoe, whatever you need to do. And then start to march again. 1 minute. Knees in front of you. Good posture, which means what? Shoulders back, chest out, abs in. 1 minute. Good, nice deep breaths. I'm just gonna take it to the side here. Fantastic. And again, check your area, make sure it's safe. Not gonna trip on anything. It's gonna be fantastic. Woo! Good job, good job. So we got 30 seconds left of this march. Let's take it just a little bit to the side and back. It doesn't have to be big if you don't have a lot of room, right? Now if you want to make it a little fancier, you could do cross step over. So I'm crossing to the front right now. Really works the hips nicely. Or you can cross to the back. Much harder. Much harder. Huh? Good. 3, 2, 1. Diagonal knee raise, 30 seconds. Reaching, coming in. Diagonal always means opposite arm and leg. Now you could stand behind your chair and hold on to your chair. You could sit. Remember we did this one last time. So now you know to stretch and pull the abs in to bring the knee in. So this works one of the sets of muscles around your spinal cord and some of the abs. But there's others, so many others. So one of the other ones is same knee. So you gotta reach and come in with the same side. Works another set of little spinal muscles that wrap around our spine. So let's really do it. Let's really feel it. Reaching, bring that knee in. Reaching, knee raises are recommended by every program. Every single program. Whether it's for young, for older people, we're all doing knee raises. Why do you think that is? Might need them to get upstairs. Huh? Done. All right, so other ab ones are the butterfly. Remember we did it last time? So you tilt your tailbone back, open the chest, exhale in. This time, let's just have our hands on our abs and get connected to the abs. So tilt the tailbone back, exhale, bring it in, pull those abdominal muscles in and stay there till you feel them activated. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. Belly lock, it's called. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull in. Tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Fantastic. Good job, good job. So other one is the side bend. So shoulders back, chest out. Remember, we squeeze our bum. We pull our abs in. We watch our spine. We exhale over. See on my shoulder? I don't let it come forward because that really throws off the alignment. You want to keep that shoulder back, chest open. So even if you keep the arms down, to do that, inhaling up, exhaling over. Or once you get that, you could add the arm, but only if you can keep the shoulder back, the elbow towards the ceiling. Really, really important. Especially for those, who are prone to osteoporosis. What matters is the posture. Getting tall first and going from a tall position into the movement. Always protecting those stacked vertebrae. Fantastic. Last one. So we were just about all of the back last time, but we missed one. We missed one, and that's the back extension. So we're going to do same side on this round. So we're going to take one heel back, same arm back here, or if that's too difficult, here, and then release. So inhale, open here, or here. Okay, so 8 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, press the heel back, reach. Good. Soften the leg you're standing on. Inhale, back. Exhale, release. 4 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, release. You will feel this right away. And back. 2 more. Press the heel back. And then one of the modifications is always you can touch the toe down to make it a little bit more relaxed kind of move. So now we're going to go to the other side. So let's say I moved my chair perhaps over here, and then same thing. I want to bring same arm and leg back, soften the leg I'm standing on, so it's the glutes and the lower back that are really getting the gentle workout here. But it's gentle, but it's challenging. Good. Or here. Harder because the lever is longer. Want to make it really hard? Don't put the arm down. Like that. Right? 5 more. Good. 4 more. 3. Or all the way down. 2. Good. And then 1 more. Fantastic. So good job. So that's a gentle back extension. All right? So good job. Good job with that. Now we're going to start right at the beginning of the workout. We're going to do 10 more push-ups. So remember, push-ups are here or seated. So I'm going to show this round just doing the push-up. So I want to press into my heels. The wider my feet, the easier the position. The more together or close to the wall. The more together is harder, closer to the wall easier. So I'm going to put it here and press up. Big deep breath. Exhale up. Big deep breath. So I want to think about squeezing my shoulder blades together as I bring my chest down and press up. 1 chunk. Inhale, exhale up. 1 chunk with power. 5 more. 4 more. 3. 2. And then 1 more. Good job, good job. So I hope you remember the seated version, which I showed more of in the first round. But now we're gonna grab our weights. So when we grab our weights, we actually wanna do a squat. So we want a nice neutral spine, otherwise sit to grab your weights so that you're always ergonomic in the way that you even go to pick up things in your everyday life. So let's pretend right now that I'm gonna weigh 14 pounds more today. So shoulders back, chest out. As I go to lift myself up from a seated position, I can notice what that might feel like. And then I'm gonna curl them up at the same time. Fantastic. Let's do that again. So remember, if you're caring for some knees, you may want to squeeze the thighs together, which is also fantastic. And that's a good version to do sometimes just because. Squeeze, curl, release. Oh yeah. Let's do it again, do it again. Squat, up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, curl it. Release it slowly down. Fantastic. All right, halfway. Squeeze, shoulders back, chest out, curl. Now the squat is one of the very important tests that they do on people. Like if they're testing to see if you're still able to be independent and live at home, they will be testing your ability to do squats. Because if you can't do squats, can't get down on the toilet. So practice makes perfect. Lift, squeeze, curl, and release. We're gonna do 4 more. I'm gonna get in the more traditional stance once again. Here, squeeze up, curl, release. Fantastic. 3 more. Beautiful posture, just like the first. Pressing into our feet, squeezing our glutes, curling, and releasing. Very good. 2 more like we love it. Woo! Good. Curl. Squeeze your bum, pull the abs in. 1 more to go. Down, up, squeeze, curl. Fantastic. So we only have about 6 minutes before we have to get down to the stretching. So we're going to do the upright row with both arms this time. So we're going to squeeze our bum, soften our knees, or sit, shoulders back, chest out, lift, and squeeze. All right, savor, because we only have 9 more. So how much can we enjoy these? Lift and squeeze, stick the chest out. Woo! 8 more. We better savor them, only 8 more. Fantastic. 7 more for osteoporosis to reduce our risk. Here we go. Yes, good. 6 more. Squeeze those muscles. Squeeze them. That's good. Squeeze your bum too. Lift. Squeeze the upper back. And then down. 5 more to enjoy. 5 more. Savoring. Lifting. Squeezing. And down. Okay, 4 more. 4 more. We're going to love it, right? We're going to love it. Woo! Squeeze. And down. 3 more. 3 more. Lift. Squeeze. Lower. Good. Because we love our bodies, 2 more. Lift. Squeeze. And even if you're not quite loving your body today, could be one of those days, we can fake it till we make it. Lift. Squeeze. And lower. Woohoo! Good job. Good job. Those are not easy. Those are not easy for people. So good job. All right. So the next one is the row and kickback. We probably won't have time to do a full set. So what we're going to do is 5 and 5. So let's work. Since we only have 5, let's really savor them. So arm is against the rib cage to support us. right? To watch that we're making sure we're in that neutral spine. Our shoulder is set, so our shoulder is back and down away from the ear. We roll the elbow up, we kick it back to get the tricep, we roll it back in, and then we release it. Only 4 more left. Row, kick back, back to row, release. Don't mush them all into one. Each one is important. Row, kick back, back to row, release. 2 more, savoring each part. Row, kick back to row, and release. Like this is the most important one you're going to do all day. Row, kick back to row, release. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's switch it to the other side, which will be easier for you because you just have to switch arms. And then hand against the rib cage, bend slightly forward, only to where it's comfortable. Shoulder is set. You're going to roll the elbow in, tight to the rib cage, kick it back to row, release down. Isn't that fantastic? 4 more. Row, kick back to row, release down. Shoulders back, chest out, row, kick back to row, and down. 2 more to savor. Row, kick back to row, and down. 1 more. Row, kick back, enjoying row, and then back down. Press yourself back up, release the weight. Take a drink. If you don't know how much water you should drink a day, the answer is 2 to 3 liters. That's what's recommended. Like I said, take a break anytime, but we're just about ready for the stretches. But before we get that, we'll do an ab and stretch. So we start by inhaling and really reaching up. Like really. You want to get taller on this side. And then over. Inhale, come back up to the reach. Exhale down. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, reach up. And then over. Inhale up. And then down. So this part here, inhaling and just reaching up, is called lateral flexion. And then over to the side is a side bend. And then back to lateral flexion, and then down. And then once more. And then down. That's pretty fantastic, right? Huh? So, hamstrings and quads are the 2 main stretches we start with. So I'm going to do the quad one standing first. So if you want to think about it this way, you're going to curl your heel in and soften the leg you're standing on. If you can grab that ankle, great, but you don't want the leg to go out. You want the leg to come in towards your knee. Press the hip forward and press the leg into the hand. I often see people just squeeze their legs into the heel into their leg. No. Press that leg into your hand. Open the chest, press the hip away. Soften the leg you're standing on. Then if you want to add balance, you can reach up. If you are not able to do this, you will sit here. Walk the leg back to a warrior 1 position. Or if you're already able to get a little deeper than that, you could do the quad stretch from here. 2 more deep breaths. We need to hold it for about 6 or more. Release it. 6 breaths is about 30 seconds because 12 to 20 breaths is what's normal. So I'm going to start the other way this time. So you can switch legs for the standing quad stretch, or you can do it seated here in warrior 1, or here, or here. All stretch the same. All. 3 more deep breaths to really make sure we enjoy it. Opening the chest, pressing the hip forward, and aligning the knee under the hip. One more deep breath. Good. And release. So as far as the hamstring goes, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do exactly the same stretch. So we sit, we extend one leg. We soften the knee, we take our shoulders back, press the chest forward. You should feel the muscles in your back of the legs just say hello almost immediately. Then if you soften the knee, it'll take it out of this region and put it into these regions more, or even up here. Release your hands and head down. Take 3 deep breaths here. Feel free to move around a little bit. Stretches don't have to be so static. We can wiggle around a little bit. Now take your opposite hand and take it to the outside of the leg you're stretching. Look in that direction. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Sink into your exhale. 1 more. Big deep breath. Sink into the exhale. Very good. And then come back up. So when we're stretching, one thing that's important is you can set off 2 different reflexes. So let's test that out. So we're going to extend the leg, flex the foot, soften the knee. Now as we press our chest forward, 2 things can happen. We can feel the stretch and just kind of stay there and relax into it. And this will trigger the relaxation response in the muscle bed. Or we can go a little too far and trigger a contraction. And then we won't get further in our stretch today if we do that. So from the point where you can begin to feel it, relax your hands and head down. Let the weight of the body sink you a little further as you exhale, especially as you really relax the head. 1 more deep, enjoyable breath here. Now take the opposite hand, take it to the outside of the stretched leg, and look in that direction. It's just going to give us a different angle on that same stretch. Good. And then release it. Walk it gently, gently up. So a different shoulder stretch today. Since we stretched the chest in another way today, we'll go right into the shoulder stretch. So reaching out. Remember horizontal shoulder stretch from last time. Straight arm, arm pulling in, shoulder down and back. Then you can see if you can bring both arms up and tighten up the elbows. This is the beginnings of eagle's pose. So then from here, you lift the elbows up gently and then gently persuade them down with the shoulder blades. This is fantastic. 1 more deep breath. Now your anatomy may not allow you to go that far, so you could always go with the horizontal stretch. So let's do that on the other side. So again, depending on you, your body, you may want to just stick with horizontal, right? Pull the shoulder blade down, feel it where you need to feel it, or tighten up the elbows. And then if you intertwine the arms, it's called braiding the body. You lift the elbows, gently pull them up, and the other option is just straight arms. And then 1 more deep breath. This will get all kinds of different muscles in your back. So if you've never done it before, fantastic. So good job today, good job. I get a little more complex today, but same kind of moves. So we'll progress it a little more next time. So join us in a day or 2 for the last DVD of this week. From soup to tomatoes, this is the basic. Thank you so much. I'm Renee. Have a great day.